Hello my friends, this is the D-Man Pablo, Diablo Pablo, and I'm reviewing the SimCity game that is about to come out to the market. So far I've only played the beta, of course, the 2 weekends. I've clocked in about 10 hours of wonderful gameplay, and I just want to talk about this game for a short minute and perhaps bounce my thoughts and feelings off of your faces. Here we go. So, to start out, this game, I should back up. Who am I? My name is Diablo Pablo, and why should you listen to my opinion? Well, it's because I've played the city simulator since I was just a little boy. The first city simulator, of course, was SimCity, and I've played every version of SimCity to come out ever since, except for the disgusting Facebook one. It's a terrible thing. Actually, you know what? I've never played it, but whatever. Anyways, it's the principle of the matter. But for this game, the new SimCity, wow, man, they have outdone themselves, and I'm going to tell you why. First, I should address that there is a lot of criticism out there, a lot of people saying that this game will ruin the SimCity franchise, however. No, it is not. The Sims ruined the SimCity franchise. No, I'm just kidding. EA ruined the SimCity. No, I kid. This one really, it is an EA game. I know that there's a lot of people who hate that, but Maxis really rings true. It does feel like Maxis had most of control over their game production for this game, and you will see a lot of Maxis-related humor, such as llamas and reticulating splines, of course. And their creativity is astounding. To talk about the artwork of the game, it is very beautiful. It is hard to deny. And the Ocean Quigley is the creative director, I believe. He really captures what you would want in a city simulator, of course. So, just to start, we should say that if you want a city simulator where you just build out the largest area of a city, and for you to solve problems, you feel like you just want to build more residentials, commercials, and industrials. Well, this game is going to be quite a bit different. You have to really be careful where you place your cities and your buildings and your zones now, because the area is smaller than, let's say, SimCity 4. Now, this is not a bad thing. Let me tell you why. Because now the game has become more of a city management, where you build, and when you build a building, it really, has a purpose. Before, you'd build 15 fire departments just to keep fires out of your building. Now you manage a fire department, you add on to it, or a police department, the schools and education. So it's not so much about finding new places, but it's about building one school and then upgrading that school as you go, and build parks and such, so that it suits the needs of the city. And that is a whole new way to run a city. Now, another reason it is the size that it is because every citizen in the game is represented by a little citizen in the game. So every the population has a little code and a little person connected to it. He has a job, he or she has a boyfriend or a girlfriend, or they have a family and they live in a certain house. They are of a certain education level and they have a certain job. So you could stalk this person every day and watch him go to and from work, like a psychopath, of course. But that amount of calculations is incredible for a city simulator. There has never been such a city simulator of this scale. So, where you would see the size of the city might look or seem rather small, and keep in mind that in the beta these areas are smaller. In the real game they should be bigger, and you also have multiple areas in a region to play off of. But keep in mind that this game is incredible. It is a simulator. It is the most amazing city simulator I have ever played. It is not like Cities Extra Large, where it is a fun city simulator, sure, but it's not as much a city simulator as it is you have unlocked this building, where would you place it? Congratulations, you have placed that building, and now you have unlocked a second building, where should we place said building? It's not like that. And it's great, because the purpose of this game is to really simulate a city. For example, if you build no education and you have not very many police departments, so you have low incomes and low education levels, then it starts to create crime in your city. And when there is crime in your city, the way that you solve it is not necessarily with prisons and the extra police departments. No, it is more you want to build, perhaps one way to do it would be, you know, create a school program and educate the people so that they can find better jobs outside the schools and not have to turn to organized crime, of course. But now, think about this. Let's say that you wanted to play as a crime city, then that's what you want to do. In fact, there are achievements for such things. You can build cities that are just littered with crime, and that is, upon itself, is its own challenge to be a criminal mayor of a criminal city, of course. And moving on, we've talked about multiplayer games, right? So, oh no, it's always online, and it's always gonna be this, and all my friends are gonna be like, hey, do you want to play? And I'm just, no, I just want to play by myself. Sure, I understand. And look, I understand the arguments against the full online games. It's a kind of, you know, it's probably the future of games, sure. I mean, Max's games are one of the most pirated games, of course. The Sims, of course, is very pirated. Every game is pirated, of course, nobody pays money for it. But you know, the argument is that, oh no, it's always going to be as online. Yes, it does suck. I'm sorry, it is a problem. I have friends that do not have internet connections. They are extremely bummed out. No, I want to be able to play this game. Yes and no's. But it is the future of gaming, and you can complain as much as you want about it, but it's like saying that, and I've said this before, you know, it's like complaining that you can't play video games because you don't have an electric connection. But you have to have some internet connections, and yes, I mean, they could have built it without that, and perhaps they probably might have should, because they are on the frontier of this sort of thing. But the software companies must protect their interests in their games. So you can't be too angry because, you know, they have to protect themselves from being pirated, or else they will not be able to make the money they need to keep continuing to do games such as SimCity. So, of course, a lot of people will hate me for saying that, but, you know, I mean, try to be realistic. It is the future. Every game will eventually probably be online in one way or another that you have to play. Of course, but it doesn't mean that you always have to play as multiplayer. You can start a region by yourself with just lock it so only you can use it. But going back to the crime city, I mean, one thing is to build a crime city that is perfectly terrible and is just wreaks havoc on yourself. But imagine building a crime city that wreaks havoc on your friend's cities. Yeah, I mean, think about that. That your friend has a city next door, and you're like, hey, I'm going to rob you, and yeah, it expands the ability of the replay value for the game. So that should be very interesting. Thirdly, what else should we talk about? All right, so the gameplay, it's a fantastic game. It is wonderful. It is fun. I didn't notice very many bugs in the beta, and I am predicting a very strong launch for them. I'm sure there will be server problems, I'm sure there will be times you want to play SimCity, but it's not available. And yes, that is a D in the B, of course. But as far as the guts of the games and the gameplays, it is wonderful. It looks wonderful, it sounds wonderful. I give it 10s out of 10s. This game is going to change the way that City Simulator is going to raise the bar. Every other simulator bewares, because this achieves such a monumental amount of simulating that it's like starting a franchise all over again. It feels like SimCity is on Super Nintendo all over again, as this will be groundbreaking because every citizen is represented and everybody has it's not just a numbers game, it is a game about running and managing a city like a real mayor, and playing of course the politics and for the city management. It's going to be a unique experience. I'm sure we will all lose ourselves hours and hours into this game. It will be like unlike anything else that we've ever played, and it should be an amazing, wonderful experience. And those are my thoughts on the SimCity. That is my review. 10s out of 10s! Woo! This is a good game. Everybody plays with me. Add me. We'll make cities. I'm going to make a crime boss city and I'm going to destroy your cities. And I cannot wait to do it. This is Beans, the D's, my and Pablo's. And mwah! Peace out, my friends.